What is going on, guys? It is Oblivion here, bringing you another Genshin Impact video. So today's content is this is not a live commentary. This is a pre-recorded, and I'm doing commentary over it. The initial video isn't really about the game. It's just I figured since I had to cut out the Starfall challenge for the third part of the official event, Unreconciled Stars event, because I had to cut the challenge out to make the video, I guess, short enough to actually upload. I would show me grinding the event a few times. And I understand that it's a long video, so I also understand if a lot of you don't watch the whole thing. That's completely understandable. What I really wanted to do with this commentary is, I guess, kind of introduce myself. You know, other than, like, I'm not some big YouTuber that got famous from like winning a tournament or streaming on Twitch or anything like that. I do this as a hobby, and I just felt like, because it is Thanksgiving, that maybe I should do something a little special for you guys. So I do go by Oblivion. I won't reveal my real name. Apologize for that, but just knowing my real name, well, I guess I can reveal my real name. My real name's Will, and so I basically just want to let you guys know what's been happening over the last few years since I uploaded, Call of Duty content. I still love the Call of Duty games and everything, but my interest in them has kind of decreased since Infinite Warfare. I do still keep up with them. I don't play them as much, and I'll get to the reason why here in a minute. But I go by I chose the name Oblivion over Superman because Superman isn't my favorite superhero. It's kind of a nickname I had back when I was in my teens. By the way, I am of the age to where I can buy my own cigarettes, I can buy my own smokes and my own alcohol if I chose to. But not only has my interest in playing the Call of Duty games decreased, but my ability has. I am actually. This is the reason why I have access to a camera, but the reason I don't use one is because, and this is also the reason why I don't play Call of Duty or other certain games. I'm actually missing my right hand. I lost it almost 2 years ago now. 4 days after my birthday, which my birthday is May 14th. I was born on Mother's Day, if you can believe it or not. I'll get to the reason why I'm missing my right hand in a minute, but I kind of want to keep a timeline here so I don't get sidetracked, because I'm easily sidetracked. Since I uploaded my last Call of Duty video, moved around a lot, not had internet, personal things happened. The girl I was with, when, that is in some of my Call of Duty videos, we are no longer together. We have a 3-year-old son now, and so he takes up a lot of my time as well, which is why sometimes uploading is a bit chaotic. We're on good terms though. We we have a we didn't go to court over custody of him. We talked it out and we did it ourselves. We're still doing it ourselves. We have our ups and downs, but you know, I couldn't ask for a better co-parent. So basically, around the time that I stopped playing or uploading Call of Duty videos is around the time he was born. He was born in June, and I'm not gonna blame it on our split up or anything. You know, my choices, my decisions, they all have consequences, and so I do encourage young viewers to think before they act, or stuff like that. But been between jobs, been between places, moved around job wise and living wise. But when we split up, I moved out on my own. Had to live with my parents for a couple of months. Got a place of my own, and well, 4 days after my birthday, I worked the evening shift, and I was dog tired. Should have taken the day off, but I ended up, for some reason, going to work 2 hours early, thinking that I was late. So I rushed to work. I was there 2 hours early. Got off about 1 o'clock in the morning. Had to make an extra hour drive because I didn't have a reliable babysitter at the time, so I had to drive an hour out of my way to go get my son, and then drive another hour to get home. Well, after I picked up my son, we were on our way home, and I ended up falling asleep at the wheel. I ended up taking on a guardrail, and it went through my windshield all the way to the back seat, which my son was all the way to the far passenger side, so as a single father, I could reach back there and, help him with, grab his bottle or anything like that. Not driving dangerously, by no means. I'd wait till I got to a stop sign or stoplight or something like that. But anyway, I ended up falling asleep at the wheel and took on a guardrail. It ended up breaking my arm, broken shoulder blade, broken collarbone, 3 broken ribs, punctured lung. The lower half of my body was fine, the left side of my body perfectly fine. Everything happened on the right side, and adrenaline kept me awake, and I found my phone, which is amazing because I hear that phones have this thing of disappearing whenever they're needed most. But I was actually going through a dead zone too, which is amazing because I had just got out of my dead zone, so I had phone service. Called an ambulance, called my parents, said, "Hey, I'm here, had a car wreck, come get me." And after all that was said and done, I had the biggest scare of my life, and to this day, I still have dreams about it. I mean, I wouldn't call it PTSD or anything, but I'm not scared to drive. I still drive like I'm used to. Good thing I didn't lose my left hand, because driving would be weird driving with my right hand. But my son wasn't making any noise. Like, I could hear the crickets outside my car, and as I turned around, scared to death that my son was gone, because he was 2 at the time, almost 2 at the time, and 2-year-old being in a car wreck, you would think he'd be screaming, crying, all that, but he wasn't. So I prayed to God that I didn't turn around and see what I thought I was about to see. And I asked him as I turned around, I said, "You alright, bud?" And he just looked at me, he goes, "Yeah." And I was very happy, but very upset at the same time, because it's like, you know, like, my son's a champ, freaking taking that. I mean, this is the same kid that watched The Walking Dead with me, and I know that some people might say that's bad parenting, but my kid ain't scared of nothing, you know? And, woke up in the hospital after the ambulance got there, and I got to the hospital. I had to get emergency evac'd, you know, from a helicopter from my town to Little Rock. Tulsa, they were gonna take me to Tulsa, but it was storming real bad there, I guess. So I don't remember the helicopter ride. I don't even remember them putting me in the helicopter. They finally, after almost 2 hours, they finally gave me a sedative and, you know, put me to sleep and everything. And I actually almost died from blood loss on the way to Little Rock. But I woke up in the hospital 5 days later, thinking it's the next day, you know, because I was out. And they, for my case, they put like this big long tube down my throat so I could breathe, you know, because of the punctured lung. And I felt like I could breathe fine, and the tube was choking me. Well, I couldn't get a hold of the nurse that I saw walking to my right. You know, I woke up a couple times during the 5 days, but I tried signing to one of the nurses that I wanted to see my mom, but I guess in nursing school they don't teach sign language, and sign language isn't really something that people learn whenever they don't need to. I learned a few things because when I was younger in high school, I had a friend whose parents were deaf, so I learned a little bit. I learned the ABCs, so at least I could spell stuff out for them. Yes or no questions, that kind of thing, so they could answer me, you know, without having to do too much. But anyway, so when I woke up, I decided that I needed to breathe and I needed to talk, you know, because the first thing on my mind was, you know, where's my son? How's my son? Like, is he okay? And so I actually pulled that tube out of my throat, and it had a little balloon on the bottom, I guess. And they said that they've never really seen anybody do that. And that was really dangerous because I really could have messed up my throat. But come to find out, when I actually pulled it out, I probably shouldn't have, because it was hard to breathe. Like, it was like you're swimming in water, you know, and I don't know if any of you remember like your first time swimming, you know, trying to keep your head above water, but yet you keep sinking a little bit. It was kind of like that. Like, I'd be able to breathe, but like I was gasping for air. And anyway, so spent another several days in the hospital till they said that I could go home. I came home, and well, before that, my right arm was wrapped. You know, I didn't know exactly how much damage had been done. I mean, I know what it looked like after, when I was calling, you know, an ambulance and my parents, but I didn't know like what they could save. I had my pointer finger and the very first knuckle of my thumb left. They were able to save that. I actually thought I had my pointer finger and my thumb, because when it was wrapped, it felt like I could move my thumb, but I guess that's what they call like ghost pains. The plan was to like sort of regrow my thumb. It's like a scientific experiment kind of thing. Like, apparently you can regrow your thumb. It would have taken about 8 months or so to do, which I was all for, you know, being a gamer like I am. I figured, okay, if I have my thumb and my pointer finger, then, you know, I can still play Call of Duty, still play video games, blah, blah, blah. Get a prosthetic for the other 3 fingers, you know, no big deal. Come to find out, I came home and, you know, I was on some meds and everything. It was so hard to sleep. Like, I was actually dreaming of work, if that surprises any of you. But went back a couple weeks later, and I wasn't really able to change my dressings. So when I got to my first checkup kind of appointment, you know, it stunk bad, and I don't mean to disgust any of you, but it stunk. And they thought it was because I wasn't changing my dressings. Well, I went in for some skin grafting a little later. What skin grafting is they basically take the top layer of your skin off of like your thigh or your butt or something, and they place it over the area so that it'll heal faster or better, because, you know, they thought that it wasn't really healing too well. Well, come to find out, you know, they put me under anesthesia again, and when I woke up, I thought, you know, that my arm would be dressed and everything again, and my doctor told me that they weren't able to do the skin grafting, and I was like, why? I was like, what's going on? What happened? And they told me that, like, I still had my hand, you know, the palm of my hand and everything. I was just missing my pinky, my ring finger, well, not the ring finger, but on the right side ring finger, and my middle finger. They told me that the muscles in the palm of my hand were dead, and that's what was stinking so bad. And so we had to go with the second option that I was given at first, other than regrowing my thumb, which was to cut the hand off. If you guys feel around your wrist, you'll feel a bone on the outer side that kind of rotates your wrist. I still have that, so I can rotate my nub, I guess, you know. It's not really that embarrassing anymore, but talking about it to people who don't know is kind of weird. But anyway, so I still have that bone, and which I was gonna ask them if that was an option anyway, because 6 to 8 months of pain trying to recover and regrow my thumb compared to 2 to 3 months of pain recovering from them just chopping off my arm. I wanted to get back to work, you know. I wanted to get back to my life. Sitting at home is not really my thing. So we ended up having to do that anyway. So, you know, I spent 2 or 3 months at home with my roommates, watching YouTube, playing Final Fantasy X, because, you know, you can play that with one hand. It's a turn-based game, blah blah blah. You know, I wasn't gonna stop this thing from keeping me from gaming, you know, especially since it kept me from playing one of my favorite video games, which is Kingdom Hearts, and that's actually where the name Oblivion comes from. The Oblivion Keyblade is my favorite Keyblade, so I figured, why not call myself Oblivion for, you know, my YouTube instead of Superman, because, I mean, Superman's just, like I said, he's not my favorite superhero. Which is actually my favorite superhero is Iron Man. But anyway, so I was sitting at home playing Final Fantasy, playing, you know, any other turn-based game I could. Final Fantasy VIII, which is my favorite. I know a lot of you might, you know, blame me for that, saying that 7's better, but you know, to each their own opinion, right? But by the end of my 4-month medical leave, I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins, And you know, I figured out, since you know I was healed. I was basically healed at that point. You know, a little scarring, but I was healed, and you know, and this is the reason I don't have a camera. Because I don't. I mean, I'm not gross or nasty about it or anything, but I have to use my chin or my mouth to play video games like Genshin Impact or Assassin's Creed or anything like that. There's no way I can play Call of Duty, like especially competitive, like I used to. It won't work. You know, like I haven't even tried it, but I just know that it won't work. But I do. I use my nub. Like, you know, like every time you guys see me use an elemental skill or something, like I am using my nub, or like when I'm pulling up the menu pinwheel or something, you know, I do use my nub. But for games like this, you know, it's I don't really have feeling in the end of my arm, so smashing the circle button, or you know, hitting the R1 button or anything like that, or square to pick things up, I can't do it with my arm because I can't feel it, so I don't know what's happening. So I have to use my mouth. If you guys find that disgusting, so be it, but I mean, it's not like I'm slobbering all over my controller, but it's just, I don't think that it's a sight that people want to see when they're watching, you know, YouTube content. So that's why I don't play Call of Duty anymore, is because I can't. Genshin Impact, it came out. I'm all about gacha games, especially playing them free to play, because I feel like playing as a free to play player, it gives you a lot more satisfaction when you get an awesome character. Like whenever I first started live streaming this, and we ended up getting Klee and Chi-Chi in our first like multi-summon. You know, that was, you heard the excitement in my voice, because it's like that was my one multi-summon. You know, like I'm not gonna spend money to keep trying. You know, I in my brain, I'm not saying, oh, I got the money, I'll just keep trying. Who cares if I don't get them? You know, like. So, you know, that adds to the excitement of a gacha game. I want to play the new Crash Bandicoot. Just, you know, financial reasons, I haven't bought it yet. If you guys want to see some 7 Days to Die, or you want to see some Assassin's Creed, or, you know, maybe some Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 8, 10, and 13 are my favorites. I'm not really sure if I can play 13 and post it on YouTube because it's on my PS3. If some of you who've been here for a while say, oh, well, you used to make Modern Warfare 3 videos, that was a hassle. That was a big hassle. And the only reason I was able to do that is because it had theater mode. But we could try, you know, Final Fantasy 8. I do have the remastered version. Haven't played the new Final Fantasy 7 yet, so you know, we can do that. I definitely plan on putting more games on the channel, other than Genshin Impact. It's just Genshin Impact right now is kind of the new big thing that everybody's into. I would love, I watch a lot of Among Us videos that I would love to play Among Us, but my computer's old. It can do what I need it to, but it can't play games like that. I also don't have Steam for any, you know, Steam games like that. I do, however, I do want to get a new computer because I am very much into League of Legends. I was an avid League of Legends player before, you know, the accident happened. I would also like to, you know, at some point be able to put my games, my phone games up on the channel. You know, I play Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite anime from when I was a kid. Um, I play Clash of Clans, not so much recently, but I play Clash of Clans. I've more than dipped into Clash Royale, but I don't play it anymore. Um, I play Legends of Runeterra because, you know, I can't play League of Legends online. I play Teamfight Tactics on my phone. You know, I would love to put some of that content on the channel for you guys, but anyway, so yeah, since the accident and all that, the hand got chopped off and everything, went back to work. Been through a couple different jobs. I won't explain why, because you know, that doesn't really, basically policies in the job workplace. I think some of them are a little strict. I think some. I think human resources should take the situation into account instead of just going by the book sometimes. But you know, hey, whatever. I'm doing fine now. I love what I do. YouTube is a hobby, but I mean, I love playing video games, so I figured why not share it with, you know, people on YouTube. But yeah, so I guess that's about it. I don't really know what else to say. I just figured, you know, since it's Thanksgiving, and I figured I'd give you guys something a little special. I mean, I think it's kind of special, you know, YouTuber kind of introducing themselves, especially when they, you know, they're an average person just like, you know, you. Yeah, so I think that's about it. We will be live streaming again starting next week. Until then, I'm just gonna work on. I promise you guys, I am planning. I do have the all chest and Mondstadt videos ready. It's just the way I recorded them wasn't really. Wasn't efficient, and that's another thing I want to ask you guys is to bear with me with the edited videos. I know that, you know, I can do better. I'm trying to do better, but also I want to let you know that I literally have just the basic setup. I don't have a fancy microphone. I use a headset. I use my headset mic is what I'm trying to say. I don't have a fancy computer that, you know, I have up next to me all the time. I mean, I have it next to me, so, you know, I can see things, but it's very basic. It doesn't, you know, it won't even, it'll download League of Legends, but like the video card on it won't support. Like, I can't watch. I can download it and everything and hit play, but as soon as I hit play, it tells me that it doesn't have like the video card big enough or whatever to play it, if that tells you anything. It lets me get on the internet, it lets me look stuff up, but other than that, it doesn't do nothing. I literally do my recording, my edits, my gameplay, and everything from my PS4. I do plan on getting a setup, you know, I do plan on, you know, as this goes on, you know, and I do have the money, you know, save up the money to buy stuff like an Elgato or, you know, things that will make it easier for me to edit or record, then yeah, I mean, things will get better. But right now, you know, like I said, I'm just an average guy, just like you, or, you know, just females. I'm not, you know, I'm a guy, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm an average Joe, just like anybody else, doing this as a hobby. I don't, you know, I'm no sponsorships. I'm not even partnered with YouTube. Don't even care about being, you know, sponsored or partnered with YouTube. Like, I mean, it'd be nice, but it's not something that I'm spending, you know, losing sleep over. You know what I mean? But I do plan on making videos better. I do plan on, if I get enough feedback in the comment section, in comments or you know, stuff like that, if you guys tell me that you wouldn't mind watching me, you know, on camera actually playing the game, then I'll do it. You know, I'll hook up my camera and, you know, I'll put myself up for live stream and videos, you know, just to make the videos a little better for you guys. If that's what you want, I'll do it. But it's not that I'm not comfortable. I don't want you guys to be uncomfortable watching somebody play the way I have to play. I also know that some people, even though, you know, my arm is completely healed, you know, a few scars and everything, but, you know, other than that, I know that some people might get, you know, a little queasy. Maybe not, disgusted is not the word, but queasy. So anyway, just let me know in the comment section down below. I mean, even some constructive criticism would be helpful. Don't go down there and just be mean, because I mean, that's just, I know it's the internet and that's what everybody does, but I mean, come on. Also, if this gets bigger, better, more subscribers / followers, you know, more views, if my videos get more views and likes and subscriptions and stuff like that, I'll think about making a Twitter and an Instagram so you guys can see my day-to-day life, you know. But right now, I do this as a hobby, and it makes me happy showing that I'm one-handed. Yes, I'm using my chin and my mouth or whatever, but I'm one-handed and I can still play these games, which is the final message that I want to send out there to all the viewers. Anybody who considers themselves disabled, which legally I have to say I'm disabled, but you're not. I mean, you can, if you're a gamer and you're, you know, missing a hand, you can, you know, find games that you like that you can play, like I did. If I can't really say on any other appendage, you know, I can't say from experience, so I don't want to say too much and offend somebody, but, you know, if basically, the final thing I want to say is that when you're feeling down and you feel like you can't do it, I'm not saying think of me, but don't try to think positive. Think of what you can do. Think of what you like to do. Think of, you know, things that make you happy that you can do, because I promise you, being in a dark place like that, it's not a good thing. And I promise you, you're not useless, you're not helpless, you're not, you know, anything that you think you are. You're an exceptional human being that can do anything that you put your mind to. And I hope, you know, that reaches somebody out there. But I think I have taken up too much of y'all's time. I did introduce myself. If there's anything you want to know more, let me know in the comment section down below. I will reply if it's not too personal. So I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video. Like I said, I understand it's a long video to watch, you know, the same thing over and over, but I just kind of wanted to do this for you guys, you know, let you know who I am as a person. I know that I don't sound too excited in most of my videos, but I naturally have a deep monotone voice, so it's hard to work on. I know I can do it, but it's gonna take me a little bit, so bear with me on that as well. And I really do appreciate all your guys' support. And you know, just enjoy watching. If you don't enjoy watching, then you know, why are you here? But if you've enjoyed my little story, if you're enjoying the content, hit that like button. Make that white thumbs up. Make it blue. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that red subscribe button and make it gray. And like I said, if you want to know more, ask me in the comment section down below. Or if you have some constructive criticism or you know some advice or something, leave it in the comment section down below. Not only does it help me out by you know giving me advice or constructive criticism, but it supports the channel and it's good for the YouTube algorithm, which I guess is a big thing. You know, I would like to see more views. I would like to grow this as if you want to go back to Call of Duty days, I would love to see this nation grow. It would make me happy knowing that you guys support me as a content creator. But anyway, like I said, I keep saying I've wasted enough of your time. I hope you guys have a great day and a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. And I will see you guys in the next video, or well, yeah, the next video, because we're not going to be live streaming until about next week. So have a great day, guys.
Disappear! Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Nice and spicy. By royal decree. Midnight Phantasmagoria! Rise. Orders given. Orders received.
With the wind!
By royal decree.
Wind blade.
Shadow Raven, let night fall. Hit. Huh. Huh. Hit. Huh. 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 Hit. Huh. Huh.
Disappear.
Nice and spicy. Go. Oz reveal.
Yeah, with the wind.
Go. Yeah. Orders given. Orders received. Yeah. Rise. Shadow Raven, let night fall. At the right hand, it's the
Wind blade.
Oz, reveal thyself. Huh. Rise. I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt... Nice and spicy! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
With the wind!
Race you! It's by royal Wheel of Life.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Opening box of Adepti
Disappear!
Wheel of Life. Rise. Wow. Faster? Okay, fast. Nice and spicy. Oz, reveal thyself.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
sacred name, Fortune Preserver.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Oz, reveal thyself! Nice and spicy!
Disappear! Windblade!
Oz, reveal thyself! Hit. Wings of darkness, come, seven.
With the wind!
Orders given, orders received. Oz, reveal thyself!
With the wind! Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Oz, reveal thyself! Wheel of Go. Opening box of Adepti Wow, I'm
Windblade!
by royal decree.
As you wish, for life.